sorry, I just realized that Twitch is frozen for the face cam. There we go. Okay, cool. Doom. Excellent. We are logged in. Ooh, are we frozen on YouTube? Damn it. Okay. No, we're good. Okay, weird. Must just have like held the same position. La 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 la. Okay, I'm going to post the link to Instagrams, and then we will go in and do the work. First things first, we have to fray check all of the things, and then blah de blah de blah. I love how it's like, this is my last day to work, like have a full sewing day, and then it's just yeah. YouTube. And I am going to be that pest and post 2 stories tagging Knit City in both of them. Anyway, I went to the doctor today. We did the whole I just recently went on Ozempic for my diabetes / the doctor's like, get your weight down, because she's actually quite worried about just like, we're trying to be proactive about my care instead of reactive about my care, because you know, having a heart attack or stroke is not fun, and I'm at a higher risk for it. So there's like a couple factors of like weight and diabetes and blah 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 blah. So the Ozempic's really helping the blood sugar control, but it's also like, just because I'm not eating to my medication is working for me, I'm losing quite a bit of weight, which is nice. We're down like 3 kilos since I started at the beginning of August. So about 6 pounds per week, which is like right where we need to be. Means I shouldn't, like, I'm not like plummeting weight. It means I shouldn't be losing too much muscle either. So, yeah, I don't know. I just want my sugars to be like well controlled. So honestly, losing the weight is going to help significantly with that. So, okay. It is like the perfect weather outside right now. It's 16 degrees. It's sunny. There's a little bit of a breeze. I have all our windows open right now. Or almost all of them. Sorry, that's going to actually be annoying. I'm going to tuck this in. Yeah, almost all the windows. Not all of them, but almost all of them. I have cut all the webbing. So we're going to start with the fray check, which I forgot to bring over. It's still on my desk. I need to remember that I need to go to Michael's tomorrow for glue. And I need to go to Tandy for some rivets, because then tomorrow is going to be like rivets and snaps and all that. And that's something that can still happen on Wednesday as well. We're trying to get the sewing done by tomorrow night. I am going to give myself tomorrow night. I would prefer to be done today or like tomorrow afternoon, but I've got like a 2.5 hour run tomorrow, so that's not happening. 16K, baby. We're like right at the end of this whole crazy ass half marathon training schedule. I'm not doing this program again if I get into the marathon for Osaka. I'm just gonna go low and slow, because my brain needs the break. Yes, it would be better for like my body probably, but I want to focus in on the strength training and stuff like that, because my cardio's improved vastly, but I need some muscle. And so if I take the time out of the running schedule, I'll have more time to strength train. And once I'm out of show prep season. Anyway, Dallas did not get pulled out of the Tokyo lottery, but he did get into Kyoto Marathon, so he'll be running that this year. And actually, I think it actually worked out better. Time-wise, it works out better. It's like very non-disruptive, which is nice. It's right at the beginning, like it's the first weekend of our trip, so that'll be fun. And like his rot day will be like, it'll be easier to do stuff in Kyoto, Osaka, I think, personally. So yeah, I'm just waiting to find out if I'm in Osaka or not. Osaka runs the week after Kyoto, so, and it's nice because now we know that like basically all you have to do is do a like application as an overseas person for Kyoto and you're in. There's like, they specify a number of slots for overseas participants. You just pay and you're in. It is like double the price versus the other rates, but whatever, it's a guaranteed spot. Kids are in school again today. We have Girl Guides tonight. So that'll be good. Yeah, I'm gonna just hang out with the youngest for that one. I don't think there's too much that we have to do. Well, I need to do small box bags, but that can be something that I do. Maybe I do those tomorrow, because honestly, then I can just... No, don't push too much to tomorrow, Katie. I'm like, I cannot be up late like I have been the last few nights, because I do need to do this long run tomorrow. I literally woke up this morning and I was like, it was, I was like, it's already 6:30. That was my first thought when the alarm went off this morning. I'm like, oh God. So I might still run tonight. I'm supposed to do like a half marathon pace run. I may or may not, just because that won't give my body a lot of time to recover before this long run. And I honestly feel like this, I skipped all my speed work this week, but that's okay. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I might go run it still on the treadmill, but probably not. I need to get this stuff done. And then, yeah, tomorrow night I'll wrap up on, hopefully, I still have to turn and stitch the remainder, like the other small box bags. So I think that's part of what we'll work on tonight, is getting small box bags trimmed and sewn. Because then tomorrow, once I'm done my run, I can sit in the Jeep and turn all the bags and then just do their finishing seams. And then Wednesday will be riveting and snaps and all that shit to wrap up, just so I don't have to carry along the both presses. I only have to carry one press with me, hopefully, because I am going to bring a press so that we can do the plastic snaps for the needle stashers, because we do need more needle stashers. I need to remember that I want to pack the baskets this week or this year. I've got a very different setup this year. We've got, like, I actually don't have a corner. I'm in between two booths, which is awesome, or fine, at least. But I'm like, I don't quite know how I want to set it up, because it feels more enclosed. It's the same amount of space, but it feels more enclosed. Thinking I should actually snag one more 10-foot set of the hanging lights. Actually, I'm going to message Tara and see what she thinks of that. Do I need to message Tara? I think we should just do it. Because I have, like, basically now I have 40 feet. And I won't be able to do the lanterns because they won't hang properly with the curtains there as well. There's the whole stack of D-ring tabs for the minis. So the fray check is for these webbing straps because they're cotton versus the polypro. Oh right, I was going to cut some more. Oh well, this will be enough work. I do need to do some black polypro so that we've got some black options for the cotto at least, I guess. Anyway, the polypro, I usually do a heat knife, or like you can singe it with a lighter, whatever works, right? But the cotton you cannot. So I go in and I use the fray check for them so that they're not unraveling in their straps. I was just realizing that's like the long run tomorrow has gone up like 1.5 kilometers, but that makes sense actually, because that's like, it's about a mile, just under a mile that it went up versus last week, so that makes sense, I guess. All right, so we are getting all the fray check done on the webbing straps as mentioned, and then we're going to go in and we're going to do the sewing for the fronts of the minis, and then we're going to go in and do the smash togethers. I don't know yet. We do need to go in with the mini press and get all the snap stabilizer in. So there's that. We do technically have tomorrow night to sew and finish, but all I want to be doing tomorrow night is riveting and finishing seams and maybe some straps and bookmarks. God, the list just like, it just keeps going. It always just keeps going. That's okay. Problem is like some of this stuff I could carry along and do, but I've already committed to doing needle stashers. So I really don't want to bring both presses. For Tara, I might be like, let's just like order food in the hotel. Usually we go down, or last time we were there, and even when I was there with Dallas, we went down to like Denny's. But I don't know, maybe we'll order food in. Or like order food for pickup and then take it back to the hotel, which I was looking at the photos, they've actually renovated, which is really nice. So that's cool. I need to do some laundry in the next couple days just to make sure I've got what I want to wear. I don't even know what I'm wearing. I haven't even looked at the forecast yet. Should probably do that. We'll do that soon. Actually, we'll do that as soon as this fray check is done, because a couple extra minutes for fray check to dry is never a bad thing. So there's all the white ready. Now I'll do the black straps, and then yeah, we'll look at the forecast. Actually, I'm gonna have to look at the full like driving forecast too, which means like Kamloops, Merritt, etc. Like I said, today it's gorgeous. There is no snow on the mountains, at least in the Front Range, so that's good actually. Means that it should be okay. And given our like weather that we've had the last few weeks, I'm not too I'm not too concerned. We did have rain last night. I washed the kids' lunch bags because I was like, okay, these things are gross. They need a wash. And then I set them out to dry in the sun, and then suddenly a rainstorm came through. So their like bags got double washed yesterday. But they were still wet this morning when they went to school because I was like, fuck, they're wet. Because I laid them out to dry on the counter overnight last night. But they're still wet this morning. I was like, okay, so I'll put them in like a reusable bag or something like that. But I had like no reusable bags that were actually appropriate for lunch bags. I'm like, god damn. So ended up sending them to school with wet lunch kits. Damn rainstorm. And it came out of nowhere, and it like went through in no time as well. We were literally like getting into bed and it rained on their lunch bags. Oh well. They're definitely clean now. And they didn't smell this morning, so that's good too. Because that's what happened. I had washed them recently and then they still smelled off. So I was like, ugh. I think it was partly because I hadn't been able to put them out to sun dry. Because the sun obviously does a lot of like bacteria killing with the heat and the light and blah, 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 blah. And like a dryer just cannot beat that. So we'll do that in the same way. Okay, other end. Also need to confirm with Tara the timing for Thursday. I think heading out around 5 or 6 is probably 6. It's usually about a 12-hour drive for adults, at least for me. So if we leave here at 6, that's 5 p.m. Vancouver time. That's not bad. And like honestly, that's about the same time that the kids in Dallas should be up too, so I should be able to see them before I go. Should be nice. Means I still like leaving at 6, so still up at like 5-ish. Okay. I'm charge of audiobook this year. Tara was like, I'm good with either of those. And I'm like, oh God, okay. Make a decision, woman. I don't want to. Okay, we got one more strap because apparently I dropped one. And what I also just dropped is the pin that goes on the top of the free check so that it doesn't gum up in between sessions. It's not insane amounts. I did clear my little foot space here earlier. just that space specifically. Yeah. Okay, here we go. And the actual like end cap. So basically I do both sides of it so that it gets saturated, or at least mostly saturated, and then also over the top as well. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but I have yet to have anyone complain about fraying straps. So we're just gonna like stick with what's been working. I'm not changing it now. Okay, we will need black thread for this, but we'll do that because we're gonna have to swap to black thread for these for the fronts as well. So we'll just do all the black thread work then, which means that that's when I will go in and cut some more, when I'll go in and cut some polypro for the black webbing straps. I should have actually taken a look at what I have upstairs, but that's okay. Do I have black up here to do that with actually? That's the next question. Oh no. I didn't think I was out. Oh shit. And look at that. There's two little empty things right there. God damn. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go for Polypro 2 tomorrow. Fuck. Okay. I need a list. So what do we need? We need okay. I need antique brass rivets from Tandy. At least this is all like on the end rivets. In this size, the like medium rivets. It's mostly the post. The post needs to be longer to get through both of the pieces of leather as well as the bag. We need 1 inch black polypro webbing, polypro webbing, polypropylene. Yes, it's plastic. And glue from Michaels. Okay, there we go. Done. And then if I need anything else on here, I will add it in the next little bit. What's the weather? Gorgeous here. Actually, it's going to be gorgeous for these guys all week. That's awesome. Banff. That's not how you actually pronounce Banff. It's Banff. Okay. Good in Banff. I don't need Calgary. I don't need Canmore. I don't need Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto. We don't need Orlando. Actually, I am going to get rid of Orlando for now because we are definitely not using that right now. I don't need Vernon. I don't need Radium. I don't need Dawson. Revelstoke. Sunny. Raining on Monday. Okay. So it's a good thing that we swapped out. Golden. Good. Sunny. Cloudy on Monday. Merritt. Thursday, sunny and 21. Rain on Monday there as well. Eek, okay. And Kamloops, rain on Monday. Sunny on Thursday. Okay, so there's going to be rain on the drive home. And it's supposed to rain the whole weekend in Vancouver. Okay. And on Monday. It's supposed to pour rain on Monday, apparently. Of course. The rain will be right as setup starts for us. Yay! Okay, Katie, definitely take your rain jacket. Rain jacket. Rain jacket. Okay, we got to do stabilizers for these guys, and then we need to do that snippy snip thing, which actually works because we'll do the snip and the snap placement at the same time. Not snap placement. Stabilizer placement. Fuck me, what do I need? I need this. Okay, all of those need to be there. All of those need to be there. Really? What the fuck is going on? Oh, these are the 2 piles for the things. So this is what I mean. So we're going to take this. So this is what I should be doing before I do anything else. And I always forget, but here we are. We're doing it. We need a fold line, just like snipped in ever so slightly at the top here, because that's how we demarcate stuff. And then what I'm going to do is go in with a pen, hopefully here, or something, and just mark where the snap is supposed to go. Typically, I do this with like a an awl, but apparently they are all gone right now. It's also not helpful that it's like on the pressing mat. Okay. I need that. God, I'm all over the place right now. Am I surprised? No. Yay, I can get an awl and a little snippety snipper as well, or not the snip, but the ruler for these, because what we're going to do is we need to go in and do this. I always forget how much prep there is for this step. I need to be more aware of it. I also forgot that what I actually was going to do is cut or count these. Hey. 3. So I finished Smoke and Scar. She definitely filled the time, and I'm not going to complain about it because it was filled well. But I'm still shocked that, yeah, there's a lot of wrap up at the end. I was like, okay. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm interested in what the next book brings. It is definitely not, there is mention of spice, but there is no on-page spice. Mostly just the mention of like, I slept around and kissing, which thank God. But I feel like there's going to be pining in the next one, and I'm like, okay, this better be done well, because pining when it's not done well sucks. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Doom, 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 doom. How many bags did? Oh, right. I had 22 because I had to have 22 straps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. That's what I figured. Ooh, we're going to be close, but I think we'll get 22 at least. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, finish sewing today, 20, finish finish the sewing today. Yeah, I'll try and finish sewing today, and then tomorrow will be rivets and snaps, and maybe bookmarks if I'm gonna sew anything. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. I would like to get some more bookmarks done because they're a nice little like grab and go thing for the booth. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I gotta pack still for the booth because it's like I haven't done a 20-foot since Dawson, which it's like, okay, whatever. No, not off. There. All right. I am going to punch a hole through the fabric because that will tell us where we need to actually put this little stabilizer. Then we'll move on to the next one. So what we're going to do is we're going to clip and punch. Sounds very like violent. It's not that violent. It's a little bit violent. Punch. And what we need to clip is the fold line for the slip pocket, which is why I didn't get these actually done last night. So it's a little bit easier with this, like this. Clip. I should know better and just start doing this when I'm actually like working on them at the cutting table. I said this last time too. Will I do better next time? Probably not. Okay. Dallas should play the OG Mario Brothers before we go to Kyoto now, because that's who's on the bib, and like our kiddos recognize Mario, but they don't, like, he's never obviously played the OG one. I don't think. Should get him to play the OG one before we go. Yeah. Okay. May as well finish clipping and yeah, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this pile and we'll put the stabilizer on, and then we'll swap and clip and put the stabilizer on the other pile. That's what we'll do. If you're like, what are these two piles now? It's the webbing colors. Webbing colors, webbing colors, webbing colors. So that's whether it gets like black or white webbing, basically. Oh man, those lined up really well as well. Good. Good. Okay. Oh, I want to be outside. It's so nice outside. Let's hope that the weather kind of continues this way next week, because next week I can be outside a little bit more. At least to like finish off my training and like drink my coffee after I go for my runs. It's like perfect patio weather, at least like in jeans and a hoodie. The sunflower that got the tallest had a crap ton of multi-blooms, so like a bunch of buds. And they all bloomed. I am actually quite shocked at it. They're all droopy now. Surprise. I'm not surprised. So yeah, next year I need like to stake them properly and things like that. Okay, 2 more and then we will go in and put the stabilizer on this set. Veggies. Now this round of mini traveler slings, the denim has always been upcycled, but this round we also have some upcycled pockets. Not on all of them, but on some of them. Actually, the majority of them are upcycled pockets. There is some new fabrics, like the paw print fabrics are all new, but that's okay. I don't want it to be like all one or the other, but I am glad to be able to do what I can. So the ones that have been upcycled are all from men's shirts and a tablecloth, and we do have sheets and like duvet covers, so bedding to upcycle later, but none of it was like super. I didn't feel like working with that large of fabric this time. That's actually the blunt truth of it. And honestly, I kind of want to keep those ones for more of the for more probably like pockets on in bags and stuff like that. So actually kind of more what I'm leaning towards for them. So hang tight. We will be using them later. Anyway, there is these ready. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably a little bit too long, but that's okay. Actually, while I'm here, yes, we still have to sew together. Oh. No, we got to sew together the pocket before I actually press that on, I guess. Okay. I was like, let's go in and press the fold line too. Although we probably could do that after we sew together the pocket along with the actual like stabilizer. But right now, this is where we're at with the production schedule. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this bond doesn't need to be permanent because obviously the snap is going to go through it. Well, I guess maybe not obviously. But what's going to happen next is the snap will go through it, and that'll also help hold it in place. Why we use stabilizer is so that when you're snapping and unsnapping the snap, how many times can we say snap in one sentence? It's going to help stabilize the fabric around it so it hopefully doesn't damage and tear, basically. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Oh, shit. Now, it would help if I actually put the stabilizer against the bag where it's supposed to go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. It worked that time because the stabilizer was against the bag like it's supposed to be. Ha ha. Shocking how that works. Shocking that it works when you do it properly. God. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, it's gooey. It's gooey. All right, good. have taps stuck in my head? I do not know. I'm trying not to be too much on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, last one, and then, well, last one for this set. Excuse me. And then we'll do the other one, and then we'll go in and we'll do the slip pockets, and then we'll go in and we'll do the top stitching and the webbing finishes. I just figured out that I don't actually have the black Poly Pro in stock, which means that I need to go buy some tomorrow so that I can make some black webbing straps for the weekend. Because, you know, in all my infinite time right now. But we were out of them for Victoria, so I'm like, no, I need to restock on some of them, or at least black. I don't know if I need to restock on any of the other colors, but that is definitely something I can check tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, 1. Just realized I could actually do it from this direction. Okay, 1, 2. There will be 13 of these guys. I didn't like doing it from the back, so we're going to just do these from the front. Because there's 9 off-white and 13 black webbing ones, so this side will take a little bit longer, just because there's more of them. Like what, like 50% or more almost. It's interesting how much the light has already shifted. Like when I'm picking the kids up now from preschool, it feels like it's like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. It's just like, whoa, where did the summer go already? It's like, it feels like it was really long and really short at the same time this year. Don't know why. Mostly short, I guess. So if we get all of these done, there will be 22 new mini traveler slings for Knit City Vancouver. It's very possible that we will get them all done. So here's hoping we do. Yeah, here's hoping we do. I did come down to work last night and I was like, I was working on the fronts of these and I'm like, it's already been 2 hours. Like, where did all that time go? And I'd forgotten that we actually did all the back, like all the welt pockets are finished and ready to be installed, like, or smashed together with these guys once we're done this portion of the work. So it's like, oh, okay, that's acceptable. Let's make sure that that's still awake. Okay, I think we're almost done. Thank goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. So we're over halfway through this pile already, which is good. All right, cranking along here, kind of, sort of, maybe. Each bag ready is another step forward to finishing. So if you're in the Vancouver area, I will be in Vancouver for Knit City Vancouver. How many times can we say Vancouver now? This weekend, Saturday and Sunday for the market. And there's a bunch of events with the weekend if you're unfamiliar with what Knit City is. And it is not just for knitters, it is for all walks of fiber artists. They have their full vendor listing and floor plan up on their website, knitsocial.ca, and that is actually the best way to acquaint yourself with who will be there. We all appreciate the website traffic. So they are alternating currently between Vancouver and Calgary. So next year this event will be in Calgary. But last year was in Calgary as well. So they're alternating back and forth each year. Kind of like how they're doing an alternating Toronto, Montreal setup as well. So I know for sure we will all would appreciate any support you can come give us, obviously, as small businesses right now, especially. We always love it. If you're joining because Knit Social shared my story, I'm Katie. This is Atelier Nekozuki, and I make bags and accessories from Japanese fabrics. And I'm just outside Calgary, Alberta. If you've been here for a while and you've heard that before, you're 100% welcome to roll your eyes at me. I'm going to be saying that so much. Like, that introduction is going to be so much this weekend. I hope, anyway. I hope there's, like, new attendees this year, which would be really cool. I think there will be. There usually is, but... Last one to prep, and then we'll go in and we'll put the snap stabilizer on, and then we get to do the slip pockets, and then we get to smash these together. And then the last thing that we need to do today for prep is small box bags need to be prepared. What do I need to? Oh yeah, they need like zip pulls, and I need to actually do the boxing on them. That might not happen. I don't know. I'm gonna try, but I'm going to focus in on these minis first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. The freight check is actually dry, so we'll be ready to do straps when it's time. That's good. Exciting. That base needs to trim down. If I ever saw one. Holy. Okay. Lint roller. That's the other thing I need. I need a lint roller. Need a lint roller. Need a lint roller. I ho the Dario. Need a lint roller. Okay. Lint roller. Long roller. No. Lint roller. Riller. God. Big old fingers. Okay. shimmer on this is always so good. And then there's shimmer on this like Sakura print too. Actually, I think this is lotus based. From what I remember, it's another one of those ones that I bought back when I was like not using Japanese fabrics, but was very into the Japanese aesthetic. So basically, the Robert Kaufmans and stuff like that. But like the shimmer on that is so good because it's nice and subtle. And I don't know what it is, but like the Japanese just know how to do the shimmer, which you cannot see because it's totally blasting your eyeballs out, probably. Sorry. Anyway, I can see it. It's spectacular. If you want to see it in person, please come to Knit City. If you cannot make Knit City, any leftover stock will be getting posted to the website post Fibre Shindig, which it will be like, Shindig is on the 18th of October. Yeah, so let's say that, I'm like, man, that's a really long time to make people wait though. Maybe we'll do an update for October 15th. I don't know. I think so. I think that would be, actually that would be a better, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to have like a raw month this month like I did last year after Knit City Calgary. Because we have to sew for Shindig, and there's a couple new things that, or at least one new thing that I want to get done before Shindig. So maybe we'll try and get an update done in there for the 15th, just before Shindig. I think that's probably the better option. So I can like photograph everything and then get it posted. Yeah, we'll try to do that. I don't think I've updated Kato at all this year. Like I did put all the belt bags up, but yeah, Kato have not made it onto the site since the beginning of the year. So, whoops. Like, what the hell are you doing, Katie? I am literally just putting stabilizer pieces on the backs of these minis so that we've got our snap area stabilized. I am going to close this window and blind because apparently the sunshine is like absolutely blinding. What I should do is open the other window, but I'm too lazy to stretch over there and open it. Whoops. Okay, we've got 2 more now to go, and then we can start sewing. Big fuck. Wait. Okay. 1. Cool, and I did have enough like little squares with 1 to spare, which is awesome. And then good. All right, last one. Thank goodness. Okay, garbage. This can go in the in here for later. So basically what this is it's actually stabilizer that I've placed interfacing on, and like double-sided interfacing. And then I just iron it in. I just realized that's what I could actually do for those fish as well, maybe. The like, not the, yeah, the fish for the glasses cases. Would it make it easier? Not really. It'd be about the same amount of work as what we do right now. And at least right now, although it would be a better like adhering maybe, which is not the worst thing either. Yes, there's lots of light coming through the window. Still need more light. Always need more light. Okay. Fuck. First one I pull out, and the fucking leather is placed the wrong goddamn way. It's upside down. Okay, and I really want this one. I think this seam ripper has been used more in this show prep season than I've ever used a seam ripper before in show prep season. Like before this point, I would just be like, fuck it, and it would go into timeout. If it does it again, I will. But like, I do really want this polar bear coffee shop. And I was being extremely diligent about it last night too, so I don't understand how this happened, but it did apparently. Okay. All right, so basically just flip it, put it back down where it was, and then stitch back over. Super annoying. I also need to thread my needle apparently because I got pulled out somewhat along the way somewhere. Debating what I should make for dinner tonight. I've got frozen lasagna in the freezer. Frozen lasagna, no shit. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. What? Am I out of bobbin thread? Oh my god. Oh my god, I am. Haven't even started and I'm already on a bobbin thread. Who closed last night? Me. I closed last night. Okay. Okay. Did I get it right this time? Fuck yeah, I got it right this time. Good. Okay. So now we line up the slip pockets edges. What I typically do, should we still nest them? Yeah, let's nest them this time. Okay, and in we go. Actually, we should nest them the other direction because the leather needs to go this way. And this could go, can definitely go this way instead. Like that, good. Fold up, fold down. Align my slip pockets, not just their edges, please. Okay, actually, there we go. Because that's going to be easier to top stitch. Okay. If you're like Katie, you could put a clip in there. I totally could. Am I going to? Hell no. Nope, nope. this on this side. Now that we're going to sew up towards it, 100%. Pivot and across. Pivot and up. Whee! Okay. So there's one, and then what'll end up happening is we'll finish them all. We'll fold this up. That'll get top stitched, and there is the front, like, done. And then it just gets smashed together with the well, pocket back. So here we are. Hello, Ray. I'm actually not set up for donations. My Twitch stream. But thank you for wanting to do that. The best way actually to support is to go over and do a YouTube subscription or follow, because I'm trying to grow my following there even more actively than Twitch. But thank you. And if you're in the Vancouver area, I will be out there for the Knit City Vancouver. And now you're getting rude, so you can leave. Thank you. There we go. Dealt with. I'm so glad that we've got such a good community on YouTube. I might have a sailor's mouth, but like, it's not at anyone in particular. It's just at, I don't know, in general. But that was, yeah. People are fucking weird, guys. That include, like, I am people. I am including myself in that. I have my tics. I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be. I don't want to be. Because if I was perfect, I wouldn't have any learning opportunities, and that is the big thing. But, yeah, don't need someone coming in and swearing at me on my own stream. Ugh, I love the capybara fabric. So good. So good. Okay, good. Anyway, so we focused in so that we get the rubber ducky, and we also get like lots of yuzu on here as well. So the rubber, yeah, okay, rubber duckies here in this pond. And then there's a lot of yuzu, and then this is one of my favorite scenes, is these guys all scrubbing each other's backs. Like they're actually at an onsen. So, yay. And then sheep, this is one of the OG fabrics. My God. This is one that I am pretty sure this actually came from Japan, but I was buying this print when I was buying, like, importing from Etsy sellers. So I'm pretty sure I used all the Etsy stuff up a while ago. But yeah, this is definitely one of the original prints. So I am super excited that we're getting to use it for, like, this new product almost 10 years later. If you just gasped at the age of my stash, just wait until I tell you how old some of my yarns are. Actually, I've been clearing out the North American fabric, either like gifting or selling or like whatever's. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of these we are gonna have to switch back to black thread for. When we do that, we'll stitch the webbing in the coordinating colors as well. So in this case, we'll start with the white. I know I keep repeating myself, but whatever. We'll start with the white cotton webbing or the off-white cotton webbing. I guess we got to figure out. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Actually, no. We are going to go in and we're going to top stitch everything, because what we do also need to do is we need to figure out what color hardware just so that we can match everything up. So we will, yeah, that's what we'll do. Hey Wendy, how are you? Just realized I gotta go check one thing and I'll be right back here. Two things I need to go do today as well. I just remembered. Okay, there we go. So we've got Wendy, I got all the webbing cut, working on the slip pockets. We got all the stabilizer onto these exteriors for the minis. We dealt with a shitty person on Twitch who's now banned. And so we're going to, after this, we're going to go in and top stitch everything so that we've got the pockets done. I was going to like break it up and do the webbing in between the bags, but I just realized that, well, you're going to have to like match webbing and, or not webbing, but hardware. So we'll go in and we'll stitch the stuff. I have not done a lot today yet because apparently everything kind of was the shambles this morning. I had like a doctor's appointment and stuff like that, and then it was Aaron's morning. So we haven't been on that long, but that's okay. Doctor's appointment went well. Yeah. I'm tired. I did not run this morning. My alarm went off this morning and I was like, it's already 6 in the morning. Oh my God. All right. We are, yeah. So I may or may not run tonight. I am also like, I'm probably, who am I kidding? I'm not running tonight because I got 16 kilometers tomorrow. So we're going to focus in on getting this stuff done and then doing the long run tomorrow. Volume. I find that as much as like I need the speed work and stuff like that, the volume's where I've seemed to have improved the most. So I'm not that worried about it. Time on feet. And then I don't have any more runs for the rest of the week because Vancouver. Massage would be good. I'm in need of another massage, to be honest. I'm actually probably going to try and book myself in next week because I'm like, all right, that'll be like where it'll be done the full show push, and then it'll be like, yes, we've got Shindig, but I won't need to, like, I won't have to drive 24 hours for Shindig and all of that. So. Budgies. Oh God, oh yes, nap would be amazing. I'm gonna probably go like cook dinner and potentially have a nap while it's in the oven. And it's just like, there's so much left to do. But so many other things to do too. So we'll see how this all goes. We're cranking along pretty good still, but yeah, I always say that. And then something that like blows up in my face. So let's hope that it's like everything keeps cranking along well this time. Actually, no, it's not that something blows up in my face. It's just that I forget how long some of the steps take, I guess, might be the better descriptor. Let's go with that. Okay. Doom. Doom. I guess the other thing I could do is I could actually just take notes on the on what color hardware is going to go into each, and then it's a little bit easier to sew them. So actually, that's what we'll do. Yeah, it's a good print. I don't have a lot of Australian, well, you guys are my Australian customers, I guess. There we go. That's the better description. I don't think I've shipped any of my products to Australia before this. Which, by the way, the bags are going in the mail today. Total fucking comedy of errors to, like, get your bags out to you finally. I got them all, like, I was like, I'm gonna drawstring them. I got them drawstringed, and then I realized I forgot the cord locks, and then I also realized that I didn't even have a box to pack them in. So They're packed. They're sitting by my shoes to go out today. Speaking of budgies, here's more. Yes, time does feel like it goes faster. Okay, these are all the ones that are going to get white webbing. So let's go in and actually make a note. And then we'll just, hopefully that works. So Sheba is going to be gold. Actually, let's go white, gold combo, white, black combo. I don't know why I'm henpecking this. I guess that's really all you can do on a freaking phone. White, black combo, white multi, white iridescent combo. And then we're going to do black, gold, black, 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 iridescent. Because I know for sure that we want to put the iridescent with the... Ugh. We want to put the iridescent with that stuff. The Alice with pink dress for sure. Okay, white gold combo, Sheba, gold. And then the budgies, pastel budgies. Man, I ate a cucumber earlier and it is like fighting me. It's like, I don't want to be down. Floral puffs. Floral puss. No, puffs. Cat toast. This one is getting white, but I feel like it should be black hardware. William Morris inspired. Iridescent or gold or black? Yes, iridescent. Yeah, okay. White iridescent combo. Yeah. And then the hardware. Okay, so white iridescent combo for the sheep. Strap will be white black combo. There we go. Okay. Capybara. Gold. Capybara on blue. Not that that's not, I guess, kind of obvious. And actually we'll do iridescent, I think. Yeah, that'll look good. So that's the drink combo. And then we'll do gold hardware on this one. Retro drinks. Strap in white gold combo. And then I think black would look the best maybe with this one. Black or gold. Those really are the only options. It's black or gold. Gold. Black. Black. Gold. I think black for this one. Okay. Okay. I know this is like, I don't know what it is about this set, but it's really good this time. Polar Bear Cafe. Okay. We haven't even gotten into the dark ones. Like, these are like really good. And then they don't get worse. That's for sure. Anyway, more budgies. This is also one of the OG, but this one did come from Japan. This is from one of the first fabric excursions that I did. So. All right, let's get her done. So the weather is looking really good for the drive out. Rainy for the drive back. So hopefully that doesn't turn into snow. Rainy out there. So that's a little bit annoying, but not surprising. It's the end of September. The colors are probably going to be fucking gorgeous, which is awesome. One snip. There's a second snip, and then this is that. Oh God. Anyway, what I was gonna show you is the fact that this is like the stripy fabric, but whatever. I guess the zip pull is like dum da dum 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 dum. Yeah, no, they are really spectacular. And like the black and silver zipper looks really good too. Now if we get the zipper pull on, we'll be silver, not golden. I need a lint roller, lint roller, lint roller, doom, 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 lint roller. Wait, no, is that the right? Wait, that's smaller, so it should be here then. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can convince it to go back on. Oh my God. Shitty. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Ridiculous. Anyway. Okay, so I should have opened it this way. But it's got the stripy stripes in here, which look really good when you actually see it contrasted with the budgies in there. One of those days. Okay. I should actually make notes as I go here for these maybe. Yeah, let's make notes as I go. So budgies are going to be black. Yeah, definitely black. Budgies. Budgies. And they got little bow ties too, which makes it like even fucking better. Even better. That's black thread stitching, so we'll just pop that over there. Calicos here are going to be black and gold. Calicos on forest green. And then Alice with the red is going to be black on black. Alice with red mushrooms. I love how it's like the one that actually has her in the teal dress is, I said the pink dress. It's pink mushrooms. Anyway, the mushroom color is a lot more apparently formative in my brain. Turtles needs to be gold. Black gold? Black gold, yeah. Turtles. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. The Myco on lavender will definitely be black gold because that just makes sense. Let's see. There's the aqua coffee that has gold, so we're going to do black gold. Aqua coffee. And then the vanilla speckle. Vanilla speckle. Coffee. Okay, so if I have to leave at 5:10, the black is going to be the umbrellas. What is on my hand? But I also need the lasagna to cool down for the kids. So I probably need to start it around Black for capybara on black. Takes an hour to cook. Yes, I could microwave it, but no. I'm gonna actually do. Okay, so the zipper on the Calico Cats that's on gray is black gold, but I think a black will look better. And then black gold for the Japanese stars pattern. These stars, and then we're going to do black for wave cats. Segai ha cats. Okay, done. Okay. All my notes are taken. And that's just gonna save us some grief later. Hopefully, maybe. Best laid plans right now, I guess. Best laid plans right now. Hopefully it saves us some grief. At least it gives me a good idea of how many I need to sew in each color and what I need to pair up each of the like tabs with. The fray check is dry, so that's good. I did double check that earlier. Get out of here. Itchy nose. All right. This is actually this Calico Cat's debut bag, because we haven't cut it for anything else yet. So that's exciting. Super cute. It's like, yeah, it's just a bunch of little calicos laying in two different directions. Boop, boop, boop. That's literally it, and it's super cute. Oh my god, it is so clear today. It's amazing. And speaking of which, I am actually going to open my window because the freight check is getting strong. It's dry, and I did have my window open when I was doing it earlier, but apparently it's like hanging around a bit. Okay. Yeah, seriously, that zip pull was like, I'm done. I haven't even started and I'm done. Turn. That needs to be tightened a bit. No, go back. Oh shoot, I should actually double check the... Yeah, whatever, I have to do it anyway. I was like, I should double check the construction started so the trends can't... Sorry. 1 second, the machine sounded funky there. Anyway, what I was thinking is I should double check the like construction status on the Trans Canada, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't matter. I have to do it anyway. I'm not saying that in like a depressing way, but it's like, and if there's construction outside of Salmon Arm, what are you gonna do about it? Right? Like that's the thing. It's like, it's gonna be there. The nice thing is that a lot of that there's some evening or nighttime construction because they're blasting the highway. Like, so the whole rigmarole right now is that they're still expanding the Trans-Canada Highway through BC, double laning it in both directions. This project has been going on for decades, literally, and it will continue to go on for decades probably because, my God, I do not envy them the engineering that they've had to do. A big portion of this was finished for the 2010 Olympics. This is what I mean by decades. And that bridge has been open since 2010 or just before 2010, going through the Kicking Horse. And then there used to be some really scary and dangerous corners just outside of Golden. Those have been evened out, but literally they cantilevered bridges out from the canyon wall. I don't even want to think about it in some ways. I'm not nervous about it, but I'm like, I don't want to think about it. But so those projects are done, but right now they're blasting just outside of Revelstoke to get some walls down so that they can build more road. Yeah, and it's one of those projects, and I always make the joke of like they'll finally finish the Trans-Canada construction, and then it's like then they'll have to go through and pave the whole goddamn thing again. Like Trans-Canada construction will never end. Ever. It will never end. Yes, we already got quite a bit done with the freight, like the cutting and the freight checking before I even came on camera. I'm quite pleased. Along with a bunch of other errands, like making sure I have medication like I'm supposed to. And all that fun stuff. Wednesday is the like tidy up if I need today, like if I need to do anything else. But I also figured out that like I don't actually need to go for a float. I need to break a 20, so I've got some more $5 bills, and that's, oh no, whatever. So yeah, we're sitting pretty good for outside errands. I'm gonna go get my hair repaint on Wednesday, which is exciting. Like I said, it's faded very rapidly recently, on purpose, because I'm like, oh god, okay. It's like the last 2 to 3 washes I've used our normal shampoo because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go get it done here soon. No, I'm not gonna leave. No, if I left 5 hours earlier, I'd have to leave like midnight to 1 a.m. No, Wendy, I'm not. Here's the thing, we don't have to set up on Friday or Thursday. They did actually contemplate opening up the marketplace for early admission on Friday night. It's like, if I'll be there if you do, but please don't. It's like, it won't make back the money that, yeah, like I would already be there, but it would just add another layer of stress. Anyway, that's the nice thing about driving out on Fridays. It's like if something happens where we can't make it, like setup doesn't start till I think 1 p.m. on Friday. So. Going to hand haul across the parking lot. Told Tara, I'm like, are you good with this? Because it's like, I could ask for a load-in time, but by the time that we probably got load-in, because I'm not a sponsor this year, I'd probably, we'd probably be done. So it's just like, yep, I'm down for this. I'm like, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, no snow. Well, then that's the other thing is all this construction has to happen outside of snow season. They might be able to continue blasting in the winter. I don't know, but that's the thing is it's like that road outside of Golden in the wintertime was. I swear it sped up the transit time by 10 to 15 minutes just by them easing those corners heading into Golden. It was ridiculous. Now they've been open for the past like year. Yeah, because Tara and I had to drive through Radium last time we came home 2 years ago. This is why she swore off driving out with me this time, and then she like reconsidered. I'm like, we don't have like anywhere near as much. Like we don't have to go through Radium this time. Because it was brutal. Part of it being that it's like it added a significant amount of time, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then the other portion is that the road from Radium to, it splits off at Castle Mountain, which is just outside of Banff, basically. It's about halfway between Banff and Lake Louise. So if you're going through on the Trans-Canada, you would typically go up to Lake Louise and then go west. But with this, it diverted you west. So if Banff was here and Lake Louise is here, it diverted you west right about here. And that road was never designed for Trans-Canada highway amounts of traffic. So yeah, that was brutal. That was actually the other part of it with when I broke my ankles. We ended up having to drive home through Radium as well. And it was like, oh God. I think that drive that time took us like 16 hours or more. Because I had like my hobble speed on my crutches was slower than a turtle. Everyone was trying to give me advice for using the crutches, and I'm like, I'm literally 4.5 months postpartum. I can't do any of this because I don't have a core right now. Thinking about it now, I should have rented one of the little like knee scooters or something like that. Not a big deal outside of the fact that, like, honestly, if I'd been home, it wouldn't have been as big a deal because I had a scoot chair. Like this guy, the sewing chair came upstairs. But, yeah. Oh well. Cat problem? Actually, that was a bigger problem. That wasn't quite a cat problem. Anyway, that's not now. Now everything's looking good. Doesn't look like there's going to be any snow. Hopefully. It is going to be raining at least through to Kamloops on Monday based on the current forecast. It's one of those situations of like, wait 5 minutes, it's probably different already, even from when I just looked. So, yay. Okay. I am going to finish up these and then we're going to go and grab. Now we're good. Okay, so next thing is, actually this works because a lot of these have to like swap piles now for what the next step is. So and we've only had one leather that was misinstalled, so that's good. Almost done. Almost done. Now with these, we are going to glue the tags on when we get to Vancouver, because that's just one more step. Like, I can sew here, I can't sew there. So I decided that this time around we're just going to do all of the tagging, not with interfacing. So because at this point it's too thick to actually get the tags installed correctly anyway. That's why it's like, if with the interface tags, they have to kind of happen at a very specific step, and it just didn't make sense to do it this time. So glue will be fine. just have to go buy some tomorrow so that I have enough. There's also some to repair as well, even for the Kato, so I would have had to do this anyway. Just may as well just do the rest of them. Okay, 2 more to finish the slip pockets on. And then we're going to go in and do the stitching for the pocket. And then we're going to go in and do the stitching for the webbing. What time is it? Oh God, it's already 20 to 3. Jesus. Fuck. Okay. Just keep sewing, just keep sewing, just keep sewing, sewing, sewing. Yeah, I think top stitching next, because then that's all the front work done. Yeah. That makes sense, I think. And then we'll do, and then because we'll have swapped the color, we'll do the black webbing first. I should actually double group. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. What I was going to say is I should go upstairs and almost double check what I do have for webbing straps. The other option is I could just sit down and sew one of each color, so I for sure have one. Although we don't have any black polypro, so that'll be a tomorrow me problem. I don't want to be sewing too much tomorrow. I kind of want it to be done, but we'll see. See how much I get done tonight too. Well, I physically can't do it today because there is no webbing. All right. Do the top stitching. Wahaha. Wahaha. Oh boy. And then there'll be a tack down stitch as well so that the pocket stays in place while we sew the rest of the bag. We're just like slowly getting more and more blown out, hey? I don't want to open up Longitude though because it'll fuck with the whole stream. So we're gonna just deal with it being bright, I think, for right now. I'm gonna sing the Doom song. Actually, we haven't sung the Doom song a lot this summer. I am, now that I mention this, actually kind of pleased. It's just been a bunch of like Legend of Zelda earworms instead of like Doom song earworms this summer, I guess. I don't know. I hope I can find some more Mofusand fabric when I'm there. The Mofusand is this cat toast fabric. Oh no. So I remember the first time I got my eyes dilated when I needed to. And they stayed dilated like for 24 hours. I was like, a little bit freaked out. Too sick for Doom song. Me or you? You too sick? Am I too sick? Maybe too slick. Everything's just been going super smooth this summer so far. Like really, compared to like last summer for whatever reason, things have just gone smoothly. Oh, by the way, we still have Mama Bird around from the little chicks that we had earlier this summer. I noticed that she was on the fence yesterday. I was super happy to see her back. She's sitting on the fence like singing. So that was exciting. Hopefully we'll have another nest again next year. I hope they find the bird feeder. They haven't yet. So, hi. Dahlia's over there in her like cat tree. She's laying down and chill. She's got her blanket and her little heating pad, but she's like got her eyes open and like the 1,000-yard cat stare over at me. I don't know where Flynn is. He's gonna be a miserable little cat this week though, because I'm gonna take him back to the vet and I'm gonna try and get the rest of this like face stuff figured out for him, because my god, poor guy. And why I say he's going to be miserable is because it's like he needs to be combed, I think, as part of it, and he actually I think gets a little bit depressed when we comb him. But I'm also like, you need to stop scratching. I'm tired of taking you to the vet. Yeah, the drops, I don't know, the whole process is just sucks. It's a good reminder that I need to go get my done though after Knit City here. Make sure everything's healthy. It's like, I don't know, that bullshit screams me out and I just always hate having to go do it. All right. Did we finish this? No, we need to finish that top stitching. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And of course it takes coordination as well, because it's something that I have to do while Dallas is home. So he can like chauffeur me there and also take care of the kids once like afterwards and everything like that. So yay. Always fun. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. There we go. La 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 la. Dun, 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 dun. Almost done. Go. Bobbin winding, get the bobbin winding. Don't want to get. Oh yeah, and it's been a lot of like hi ho the Dario, I guess. I don't know if I want to explain or be have my brain figured out, and that'd be scary. Okay, there we go. 2 more for the white top stitching. We are going to pull them off and we'll do the tack down stitches and then we'll swap colors. Should I do... Actually, let's do the straps while we're here too, because then we're just done with the white thread. Right. I think that feels like a responsible business owner decision. Because I am a responsible business owner. A responsible professional. I know, he's ugh. I just want to get it fixed. And there's been stuff that's definitely helped, but it hasn't cleared it up. So I think we need to do like a really concentrated, like basically a pest treatment along with some antibiotics, and then, but also cone him. I kind of want to find out if we can give him a, like, if there's some sort of antihistamine that we can give him just to, like, help with that. Because I still like to take the cone off of him for a little bit each day so that he can, like, groom and have a break from it, because I would not want to be in a cone for 24/7 either. But we need something to, like, mitigate the scratching when he's out of the cone still. Right? I think doing straps right now makes sense. I don't want to, but... And I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Did I? Okay, that is stitched. Okay, good. Look, wait. There's one randomly over here. All right, so there are 9 white straps to stitch. We don't need to worry about the... Yeah, and that actually dried and worked better than it has for a while. Okay. Like, what else do I need? I need the information of what colorways we're doing together. Okay. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white gold combo. Ooh. I should have ordered more sliders the other day. Shit. Okay. Well, I guess that's a... We're not... there's probably about 20 left. Okay. So we're not, like, desperate, but we'll be pretty soon. I ordered D-rings. I don't know why I didn't look at the sliders. Interesting. Whatever. Okay, white, black, and then... Oh, okay, sorry. There's going to be one more white gold combo for the iridescent combo, and one white black. So 2 white black combos. Two white black combos. Jesus. Everything everywhere. Okay. Right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I could count to 9 today. We're set. Golden. This is easier with the zipper foot on though. So let's get the zipper foot out. I don't like the zipper foot, but this is easier with the zipper foot. And then once we swap to the black thread, then I will go in and we'll do all the other ones. Then we can swap back to the normal foot for the rest of the sewing. Right, right. Did we do all the pockets? Yes, it is literally just top stitching left on the fronts. Okay, cool. Oh, and tack down stitches. But that can also be done in, you're not going to see those stitches, so it can be done in white or black. That's fine. Am I conveniently, like, leaving out the fact that we still have to do snaps? Yes. Yes, I am. Snaps always take way more time than I anticipate. Okay. But that's okay. Again, if I absolutely have to carry that with me to Vancouver, I will. Would I prefer not to carry snaps to Vancouver? Yes, but I'm already committed to taking at least the cam snaps so we can do needle stashes there. And if you're like, Katie, you've talked about this ad nauseum. I know. What else am I supposed to talk about right now? All I've been doing is sitting at my sewing desk. Release me from my sewing desk. Oh my God. I'll actually get to go and, like, interact with adults this weekend. Holy. So the zipper foot idea is that then it's actually way easier to get it close to the that sounds like a broken needle. The hell? Why'd that break? What did it hit? Well, the strap is finished at least. It got lodged in the fucking feed dog. Whoa. Okay. Well, there apparently is the jinx for today. The strap is sewn, so it's good, but Now we gotta dig a needle out of the frickin' feed dogs. Yay! Okay. Good. Good. Everything moves well. Do I have to take the frickin' feed dog plate off? God damn it. Okay. Well, okay, so foot off first. Thread out because it can't stay there anyway. Bobbin can stay there. Needle's done. Needle's toast. There we go. Yeah, it's like, usually these needles are like 2 to 3 inches long. That's all that's left of this needle. La 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 la. Discard bin now. I hate having to take this plate off because it's like, it's in such an awkward spot to get the frickin' screwdriver in. Actually, does this work better? Oh my god, it might. It's also awkward, but at least, actually, I might be able to even lift that. This is gonna work. At least a little bit. It at least passes underneath everything, so they don't have to like... Nope, never mind. Fine. I just had this open yesterday. Why you do this to me? Because I actually was responsible and cleaned up my feed dogs yesterday. Well, I kind of had to, because I had to take the feed dog plate, like the actual feed dogs off, to clear out some thread that got tangled up in the bobbin case. A needle over function. What is that? Ooh, it's fluffy down here again already. Oh god. Okay, well, at least I got the pointy part of the needle out. And that other piece disappeared somewhere down here into the ether. It'll get picked up when I vacuum next. Okay. What's that? I don't know what a needle over function for the zip foot would be. Very fluffy already. What the hell? The denim must be shedding quite a bit then. Alright, well, let's get you cleared out while I'm in here anyway and got you open. Let's actually pull the bobbin so that I didn't get that thread all floofed. Go. Good enough. Get these done, get them done. Straps done, dun, 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 straps done. I don't know why these screws take so much concentration, but my god, do they ever. Oh, no, there isn't. It's a central line needle, I guess. So with the domestic machines, yeah, now I gotcha. No, there is no function for the Juki for that. I have a right zipper foot and a left zipper foot. Now I could, maybe I should throw the left zipper foot in, but I don't know if I have a left zipper foot. I might have. Here's the thing, I so rarely use the zipper feet, as we all know, that I don't even remember if I have it or not. Anyway, this is the right zipper foot, and what it does is it's like this just plops in here instead. Maybe it was not screwed in tightly enough or something like that. I don't know. That is totally possible, actually. needle. That's probably time to change needles anyway. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't broken more needles recently either. So that's part of what I mean by like sewing has gone extremely smoothly this summer. In some ways, is like we haven't broken a lot of needles. We like really, there has been a lot of tech issues. Knock on wood. I've totally jinxed myself now just saying this out loud. That needle is not in there, right? And they are slightly persnickety about that. Mostly the thread is, not the needle itself. There we go. Oh shit, I guess I should actually need to go start dinner if I, because, yeah. It takes my oven so goddamn long to warm up, and then it'll take like an hour for that to bake. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in. We'll rethread the needle. I will go upstairs and start the oven. And then we will wait to hear the beep. I think, yeah, because usually it takes about half an hour to 40 minutes for it to actually heat up. And then it's still not actually at the right temperature. It's usually like, the actual oven runs about 30 degrees cooler than what it's supposed to. Fahrenheit. So, which is what, like, yeah, whatever it is in Celsius. Cold. It runs cold. Get in there, my pretty. Come on. Oh, God. Why? What the hell? There we go. And then I get stuck on it. Also, actually, I'm very glad that I don't have to use the zipper foot very often, because it terrifies me. It's, yeah, I've poked myself on this needle so many times with the zipper foot on it. It's not even funny. All right, come with me. Let's go start my oven. And then we'll go into the storage room later for the lasagna. I actually cleared my path to the storage room earlier because I needed it in. That might actually be too hot. Let me go check. My doctor was like, your pants are falling down. And I'm like, yep, I know. Oh, yeah, only $3.75. Not. I had it set, or I have it set for $4.25. Do I? You know what? I'm going to let it warm up all the way to that, and then I'm going to turn it down when I put the lasagna in. That's what I'll do. So obviously when you open the door and stuff like that, it's like... If you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It means that, it's like with the oven door open, obviously a lot of the heat escapes. It's like, here's my chance. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Now, back to the straps here. Actually did do the dishes today. Actually, I did the dishes between yesterday and today. I'm like, okay, probably not going to tidy up on Tuesday because I'm going to drop the kids off and go in for my run and then do a bunch of my errands before I pick Dallas up. But I do need to do a little bit of tidy up tonight because, although honestly, that is one of the things about having the kids out at school so much is we're not in the, or well, school and then at the playground is we haven't been in the house much to make a mess, so outside of dishes. which is nice, actually. Okay. Yes, I'm not trimming down the threads right now. That is something that I will do later. Again, what can we do in the hotel room? Trim down threads. Right, so. Okay, there's ever so slightly a, like, bow in the middle of these, which I have to take into account when we actually go to put them into the bags. Also, I finished Smoke & Scar this morning by Gretchen Powell Fox. I don't know what to think yet. I'm like, I didn't dislike it. But I don't know if I actually liked it now that I'm thinking about it. It was okay. I don't know. Could have been worse. It was well enough written. Especially for something that, like, I find that a lot of stuff that gets really popular off TikTok, and someone pointed this out the other day, and I agree, is that a lot of it reads like, I read better fan fiction when I was 15. There we go. That's what it really reads like. Is there anything wrong with it? No, not typically. Sometimes. But a lot of it is like, I have definitely read stuff that's better written. And I don't mean necessarily like in-universe fan fiction either. I mean like AU fan fiction and stuff like that. So, not that I've read a lot of fan fiction recently, so who knows? Maybe the quality has changed. I doubt it though. But this had some of the vibes of that without, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It didn't have a shadow daddy, though. It did have a shadow mama. Because the joke's been running. It's like all of these dudes with these magical powers are shadow daddies. Because it's just like everything that's been popular recently has been shadow powers. And it's like... But this one had a shadow mom. I guess. It's also like super slow burn, and which I honestly, for what my recommendations usually are, and I was kind of surprised. So that might be shading it a little bit. I don't mind slow burn. I think this was actually done well. It's definitely a true enemies to lovers sort of thing, which is cool. Because most of the time when they say enemies to lovers, he's just a dick to her, and then suddenly they fall into bed. That's not how this one went. Anyway, I think it's worth a listen, probably, or read. Support your local library. Get it through them. That's how I did it. It's usually my, like, chain of services. It's like library first, and then it's like, and then paid services. Depending on what it is. If it's like for book club or something like that, I will most of the time pay for it, simply because sometimes the timelines don't line up properly. Actually, speaking of which, I need to take some of the books and back and resell them to my bookstore, because I'm not going to read them in that format again necessarily. Okay. I have had a few where I've predicted it. I did not predict the twists at the end of this one, so I was like, okay, I'll take that at least. I am also glad that it's not something that I have to wait for a long time to get the sequel to. And I will be reading the sequel. So if, as much as I'm like, it's good enough that I will finish the duology. Yeah. The one that I am probably the most excited about right now is the next Shield of Sparrows is coming out April 7th? I think it's April 7th. It's April for sure. It's early, very early April for sure. It just got a title reveal of The Rights of the Starling. And that also had a twist at the end that I really didn't see coming. It was so good. Don't put gold on with the black. Match your hardware, Katie. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, that is the one that I'm like most excited to read next, I think. But yeah, I've always read a lot. Like a lot. Libraries have always been my friend. So. All right, we've got 3 more white ones to sew, and then we'll change the thread and we'll get the other ones done. Actually, should we do the tack down? Actually, while I'm thinking about it, we'll also do the tack down stitches for the, we'll do them all in black, whatever. It'll be fun. Okay, there we go. Two more. I'm toast. Okay, so if we get all this done now, time is it? 3:15. So I've got about another hour and a quarter until I'm gonna head out. What is left after this? We need to smash everything together, which honestly is probably the part that takes the least amount of time. Is actually sewing these together. And then we need to do... So we need to sew everything together. And then we have small box bags to box and do the edges on. And then we have all the snaps. Okay, so what am I going to do? I think what we need to do, so snaps and rivets can happen tomorrow after we get home. Yeah. And then because I need all, yeah, so do as much of the sewing and shit as I can do right now. Because then I can like just do snaps and rivets tomorrow. and some extra polypro things. I can bring the small box bags and turn them tomorrow while I'm waiting around for Dallas after errands. And then so we should do, after this step, we should go in and do, once these are all together, we should go in and do the zip pulls and boxing of the small box bags with the white stitching. Because there's only 25 or so of them. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because we're not going to... Because I'm going to hang out with the youngest tonight without work. Because that's what Mondays are going to be for now. It's really tempting to take it though and just be like, all right, I release you to the playground again. So I can get this finished. But I'm like... The mom guilt is like overcasting that right now. So I'm like, The other portion of this is maybe I just try to run in Cochrane tomorrow. Because that would actually save me some time. Except the facilities in Cochrane suck. Actually, they finally got our one that's at the top of the hill that we start on reopened, which is nice. Glue for like the for the logos and stuff like that. I'm actually gonna go buy some tomorrow because that is a hotel room task. Is we're going to hotel room task. I was like, maybe I'll do it at home. No. I'm doing anything. If I'm doing anything outside of like, no. I will say that for the hotel room because then I can hang out with Dallas more on Wednesday. That's actually the trade-off. So, yeah, come back. Okay, we are swapping to the black thread. I repeat, we're on to black thread bags. Woohoo! I don't actually know how many of these have black stitching. So there might be less. But we do have 13 straps to do, which will take us a little bit longer than the 9. Not too bad though. But yeah, like at least with the rivets and snaps and stuff like that, like I can move that around the house and hang out with people. Or he can come hang out and we can chat. One of the two. Okay, that's a mostly full black bobbin, and that's the partially full. Okay. Come on, white bobbin. Out you go. We'll probably need to wind another black bobbin. Well, definitely, actually we will for sure, because this one will run out at least, probably. And then we can at least rewind it before we put it back in the drawer. So let's just prep like that is for sure going to happen, even though I don't know if it will. Black thread. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Step, step, step. Good. Now we need counts for the hardware here. Dundurn or not, that's what we have to rivet. But I figured out that I need antique brass rivets, and so I was like, I kind of stalled out. Which is terrible, but it's true. Okay, black. And we're gonna do black with Alice with the pink mushrooms. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some thread. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get them riveted tomorrow, because as much as I'm like, I'll do snaps in the hotel room, I do want the rivets done, because then I don't have to carry as many dies with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, wrong organization spot. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I had to count those. 15 minus 7 is 6, Katie. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. Good, I can count to 6 still. Yeah, so we're down to minis. The cotto are done. The dark stitch small box bags need to be turned and their finishing seams done. If I do any sewing on Wednesday, that is the sewing we do. Along with some bookmarks, probably. Ow. Yeah. Ugh. I also have to pack the truck on Wednesday, and hair is like 3 to 4 hours by itself. Flynn's vet appointment will probably be half an hour to an hour. So it's like, there is a bunch of other stuff to do on Wednesday. But yeah, as long as I get some of the prep done tonight and tomorrow, it won't be that much work in some ways. So yeah, I think I have to take work tonight. I do need to do a little, school sent home a little like questionnaire thing last week that I need to sit down with the youngest and do tonight. But yeah. What do you mean by thread pouches, Wendy? Sorry. That sounded very like confrontational. That's not what I What do you mean? No. I don't know what thread pouches are. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go. Also gotta go get snacks tomorrow and drinks. Actually, drinks will be pretty settled because I got. Okay, there's one ready. Ho ho ho. What the hell? My nose is like, you're gonna be itchy. At least the freight check scent has like finally dissipated. Thank God. Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday. Okay. And that oven has to be close to being ready. Because, yeah. I'm going to run this one underneath, and then I will go snag the lasagna and double check. It's been what? It's been like 20 minutes since I started preheating, right? I think. I don't know. I should have kept track. Oh well. Okay, that is actually easier to do right now than later. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Part of why this has to be such tight timing too is it's like Sparks starts at 6, so I need to like have the eldest fed and changed into your uniform after they eat, because I don't want to have to wash the uniform every week. So, the space that the Girl Guides has here, though, is like spectacular. Apparently, it's been there since the mid 70s or something like that. That's so cool. I'm jealous. Like, we never had that nice a space. We always were like in community halls and stuff. This is like an actual like full camp. Like, it looks like they do sleepover camps and stuff like that. There, they'd definitely be able to set up tents and things. They got like a cook shack and fire pits and a playground and like, ugh, it's so cool. Okay. La 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 la. Ah, fuck me. What am I doing? Why am I not just like, wait. Why am I making this more difficult? Why am I not just stitching the like thing in and then in? Because if I do this and this, and then that actually does become this. Because I can't, right, because my brain can't do this. Okay. Okay, so we put the slider here. Is it because I can make this the loop? Wait. Because I literally just changed that. Okay, yeah, so as long as I loop one through, the other one can become the fucking... Ah, I see. Okay, don't pull so much through, Katie. Okay. Except then I also don't know... Yeah, whatever. Okay, this is just easier for my brain right now. Don't change things up, because you'll fuck up right now. Fuck up right now. Dun, dun, dun. There's enough variables for, oh god, put your snap hook on. Snap hooks, snap hooks, snap hooks, snap hooks, snap hooks. Do, 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 do. Okay, so as long as I put a short end over the middle of the thing. Oh, that's annoying that I didn't figure that out sooner. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Is it an excessive amount of stitching? Probably. Again, have I had any complaints about straps unraveling? No. So we're going to keep doing it the way we've been doing it. Okay. All right, so if I were to do it so that this goes through here and through here, and then it just loops back. Yep. Fuck me. Okay, because that does actually make it a little bit easier than having to deal with all the hardware everywhere. Wait. Yeah. Because then... Alright. And this would go... Okay, except that we have to go like this. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Oh, there's the oven. Excellent. Oh, and I guess I gotta leave myself enough time to close everything up too. Because yeah, then we can go back in with the snap hook on this side and just go through that. Oh my god. Okay. Fine. A little bit different when you're doing 2 snap hooks, like a strap for an obi bag or oh my god. No. I barely even started getting stitched. Anyway, different when you're doing 2 snap hooks, but for this one, whatever, we're not. We're doing 1. And then, yeah. There we go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. And what this eases up is not having to deal with that second layer of webbing while doing this top layer, or doing this stitch of webbing. Oh, okay. And then we go in, and we take the snap hook. Yep. And then we take the webbing. Fuck me. Right? Yep. God damn. Okay, well, my oven is warm. I'm going to go put my lasagna in. I'm going to take you with me again because I don't feel like taking the mic off. Back into the storage room with us. I think that thing needs a couple more screws because my god has gotten harder to open and close. Do-do-do-do-doom. Lasagna, lasagna. Nope. You need yours. Thank you. Okay, good. Daily is like, oh my god, what are you doing? Okay, this needs to go to 380. Okay, and then it needs 50 minutes. Okay. All right. Food is in the oven. I don't have a proper timer for this. It's like 50 minutes. There we go. Okay. Dare I say that that will surprise me in 50 minutes, because it 100% will. Okay. Snap hooks, snap hooks, snap hooks. Realize we should actually be checking these probably, because I have run into some that have been like broken on the edge, but I think we're good. All right. Next. Okay, so up, down, and stitch. That's all we have to do. That's all you have to do. It's not complicated. It's all easy-ish. Brain's just not braining right now. Why am I not chain piecing these? Fuck me. What the hell am I doing? Especially now that we got this figured out. That actually makes it even better and easier. I don't know why I keep pulling that much through. We do not need that much to pull through. Like that. Not even that much there. That's probably good. Okay. So, straps are almost done. Which means that then we can go in and we'll top stitch the dark thread ones here, black thread ones. And then we will do the stuff with the stuff. Stuff and the stuffity stuff. The stuff and the stuffity stuff being yeah, things. Oh right, I want to like eek. I want to actually get the backs and the fronts smashed together, and then these get stitched in at the end because I find it easier to stitch the minis without the straps actually already installed. All right, then a little bit more than that, just so it's easier to sew. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, good. Okay. Four more. And then the straps are all done. It's not my machine, that's a truck out on the highway. I was extremely concerned for a moment. Did one fall? Or do I have excess? No, because we very clearly counted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, fuck. Where did the last one go? Seriously? Trader straps. I could be terrible and just steal the one that was intended for a belt bag. Done. You saw nothing. So when I go to sew the belt bags, it reminded me that I gotta do another, one more webbing strap. Last one, last one, last one. Keep your fingers away, Katie. It's totally the one that would end up sewing right through my finger. If it had a chance. The zipper foot takes no prisoners. It's just like, and now you have a hole in your finger. It's terrifying. Okay. Chain piece straps. Woohoo! Chain piece straps. I don't know why I wasn't doing that with the white ones, but all right. I figured it out in the end, at least. I think I'll just get a lighter and go along and clean up these ends. And now we'll go in and we'll do the snap hooks. I'll do the gold one next because then we're just done with the gold. And the rest of them will be black. Done. Good. 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 Except that it's twisted. Goddamn. Really? Okay. There we go. Now it's good. No, we should go the other way, because if I go the other way, then we're, yeah, right? Because then when it lays on the shoulder, it will be more comfortable, right? Yeah. Doom. 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 Yeah, because then the lump is like padded a bit more. Okay, so if I want to make sure that that is the case for all of these, up and down. Yes, okay. Brain is broken, brain is broken. What time is it? Okay, 3:45. So at this point, I think we will be able to get the smash together done, hopefully. And then, I'm still gonna wrap up at 4:30, just for myself. And then I will be back on tonight because we will go in and we'll get as much done on those small box bags as we can. I think I'm going to take the small box bags and go to the park with the youngest while we're waiting for Girl Guides. And prep them at the park. Like I said, not really what I want to do tonight, but kind of what I have to do tonight. We're so close to the end. So close. So, it'll be fine. Okay, now that I have it figured out, it is like super straightforward. I actually do like this better than putting the snap hooks on. It flows it better again without like, so that I'm not doing, yeah, I don't know why, but it does, because look at that. That was, I think, way faster than trying to do everything else. Or Trying to do it at the same time sort of thing. There we go. We're good. I did it. All right, let's get these feet swapped again, and then we need to go in and do the top stitching. Come on. Go. And this actually has to come out quite a bit more for the regular foot. There we go. Probably, well, obviously not that far, but whatever. No. Okay, and then all of the D-ring tabs are there. Actually, let's go in and match them up and clip them so that they're ready to go as well. So really, that's the last step of prep. We have just under 40 minutes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gold. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1. So much faster. I don't know why, because like it's just, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3. Cool. Little pile of clips. Little pile of clips. Ooh, little, not clips. D-ring tabs. That feels like enough. Okay. May as well do, we've got 1 black iridescent and 2 white iridescent combos. So let's just pop them first since they're the smallest amounts. And then we've got 1 white black combo. 1 white black combo. Okay, so there's our little pile of oddballs. They're not actually oddballs, but like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are not, they're in the minority. There we go. 6 white gold. Yeah, 6 white gold. 1, 2. I don't know why I'm worried about it because we just did the whatever. 3. Well, at least my D-ring tabs match. I guess that's what we're doing. We're double checking that. 4. 5. 6. Okay. Then the rest will be black. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. Perfect. Everything matches. Good. Everything matches. I love when everything matches. Makes my life so much easier. All of our lives much easier. I don't know if I have enough clips, but we can assume that I have enough clips for now. Okay, I think we might actually do it. The only thing I'm worried about right now is the small box bags. It's like, ooh. So that's why I'm kind of like, I do think I have to, I'm going to take them tonight to work on while we're waiting. Also, the eldest might want to, well, yeah, never mind. I was like, the eldest might want to go to a playground after Girl Guides, but it's going to be actually getting dark once we're done, so never mind. Oh, I did find my AirPod case last night, by the way, Wendy. However, it was not in any of the places that we anticipated. It was, in fact, randomly under a like shirt that was headed towards the laundry pile. And I'm like, I don't know how the fuck it ended up there. My best guess is maybe I had it in my hand. And of course, no pockets and PJs or anything like that. And it like ended up just getting transported in my hand and like set down with the laundry. I'm glad I found it before they went through the laundry, because my God. Now, did I run this morning? No, so it wasn't actually a big deal, but I found them. Yay! Okay, I am chucking that towards that last piece towards the pile there because it was extra. We're top stitching. I'm like, where are we at now? We're top stitching. I'm gonna put all of those in there because the next step that we have with those. Hello. Did you just realize we're here? Yeah. Hi. What's up? You've gotten so sucky. It's awesome. I know. Fucking laundry. I've definitely thrown my phone in the laundry. Not recently. This is probably a couple years ago now. But it definitely went through the washing machine. I was like, thank God for Apple Care. Because that would have sucked to have to replace the phone. Hi. Bye. All right. Hey, don't scratch my chair. What? Yeah, I love you too. What's up? Yeah, hi. What's up? So by the way, we do have a pile of Kato exteriors that have been cut but didn't have canvas this round. So I'll be working on those next. Next being arbitrary. I'm not going to focus in, well, never mind. I'm not going to focus in on Kato for Shindig. But that's going to really depend on what sells at Knit City, I guess. So we have some like primed and ready. They'll need everything done, but at least they're like, well, the drawstrings and the uppers are done. It basically needs canvas and interiors right now. I'm also going to focus in on the tote bags that are all still chilling here. You can kind of see the edge of them right there with the polar bear. That's all tote bags. Not Dundurn totes, not fancy tote bags, just straightforward tote bags. So we'll also focus maybe in on them. But the big one is going to be I want to get the stitch and go case done, and I would really love to get some spring roll pouches done. Spring roll pouch I'm going to reserve, but that may not happen, but stitch and go should. So. And as I mentioned, I think I've said this before, I want to get some grime guards and stuff done because there's going to actually be a cross stitch vendor there. And so I want to kind of lean into that as well. I think that's the big one for next year is like, and again, I've talked about this ad nauseum, but like leaning in a little bit more into that arena for project bags and stuff like that too. And we got all those bags ready for like vinyl fronts. So I think we go in and we do those as well. Blah, blah, blah. I think I just realized how, like, trying to figure out a way to put the vinyl into the bags where it's like, it's not bound. Almost more like the luggage tags, but the problem with the luggage tags is that the edge of the vinyl, even though it doesn't unravel, it is raw, and so I don't want it getting caught on frames and hoops. So I'm like trying to figure out a way to like frame it without binding it. I'll figure it out eventually, but yeah, it might not be this round. Okay, so now these just need a tack down stitch and then we can start sewing them together. Now hopefully we remember, actually this is easier now because all of these have their pockets and zips in the welt pockets, so that is easier to match up actually. now in some ways. Whew. We're sitting good. All right, so all these come back. Ugh. Why I took those all off the desk, I will never be able to tell you, but you know, here we are. So what I do have to do is a little tack down here, because what that does is it just holds it in place. You're supposed to do it on both sides. Yeah, we'll do it on both sides, or else I'll get in trouble, and then we'll have to stitch pick, seam rip a bunch, and I've already seam ripped enough today. Okay, 1. And if you're like, those look a little bit crooked, they might be a little bit crooked. It'll all work out though. Actually, it's mostly just, I think, stretch on the denim in some cases. Okay. Now I could do the snaps now, but we're not going to. So that's part of what tomorrow will be is, yeah, snaps and all that shit. I have 16K. Do I have I wonder. I'm like, do I go run that in Calgary, or do I run it in Cochrane and then take the couple of extra hours instead of running errands in the city to sew in the morning, and then run the errands after? Just is there a section where I could run out 4K and back 4K, and then another one where I could run out 4K and back 4K without also hitting any of our stupidly high hills? As much as I'm running in Calgary is less boring, Cochrane might be the better option tomorrow. I don't know. I hate the fact that all of my massive this is the same last year, because I was training for Camor right through Knit City Calgary, and I hate it. It's I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I know where I could do 4K out and 4K back without hitting hills, because there's a section of, that's only 5K round though. And then that's, so it could do there's a loop, there's a park right down from the kids, which has a porta potty, and then I could run towards the SLS. If I ran all the way there, I could use the washroom there, and I think that's about 6K round. So then I would need 2 more 5Ks. 6K round to SLS. Could do another 6K round to SLS and then just make up 4K. That could work. Oh, there's little hills everywhere. I can't avoid the hills, but the hills that I'm talking about are bad enough that they either switch back, or they're dude, I have to even still get off my bike to get up this fucking hill. So could run technically through the neighborhood on the road. Wait. Yeah, I could run up the sidewalk, I guess. Because the grade along the river is like this. Not that big. There. But the grade on the road is not bad. So I could run from here, there. It doesn't take care of the switchback hill, but at least the switchback hill is a switchback hill. Because then running all the way to SLS is 8K, I think. So So I could run out and we could use the washroom there. So yeah, there's a couple factors here of like, I don't want hills and I will need facilities. What if I ran out 8K there? I should just I'll double check with Dallas that is 8 kilometers because he's run from SLS. It'll put me running through the dog park a little bit, but that's not that bad. Anyway, yeah, so the generalized like elevation change is usually about 30 to 40 meters on any given day for my runs. Which is why I'm like, I'm pretty sure Japan is going, as much as I'm like, oh God. All my predictions right now are at elevation for speed. So I'm pretty sure I will go and crush anything I do in Japan because it's sea level, especially in Osaka. Kyoto actually is surprisingly, actually, yeah, it's elevation like, or it's like, yeah, elevation above sea level. Whatever the fuck you call it when it's actually just the city. It was actually higher than I anticipated. I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. Little tidbits, I guess. I think it's 1,000 meters above sea level, which I was not expecting. And it's not super hilly, the course, but it's definitely like got its up and downs compared to Osaka. Osaka's pretty flat. There's one hill in the, it looks like around kilometer 30 to 32. And then there's one hill to get into the castle grounds. And I'm pretty sure that hill is just this, like, the bridge. It's like, here, go 2 meters. But it registers on the elevation profile, obviously. So. And I know hills are good for training, blah, blah, blah. I hate hills. I hate them. It also has to do hill repeats consistently. I'm like, ugh. No. I know they'll get me faster, but no. They suck. What I do need to do is probably go back. Actually, and that's part of what I want to do this winter is it's like I need to strength train and I want to go back to spin more regularly. Yeah, especially with the kids in school full time. It is like the year to do it. Problem being a little bit that the timing is like they start at 9:30 and so it's just like it's a lot of time out of the house right now, so oh well. I say is I'm gonna go do a 2-hour run, 2.5-hour run. Be like, Katie, those are white stitch and you're putting black thread on them. You're not going to see this. It's literally just a tack down stitch. Please don't panic. Please remember your towel. Don't forget your towel, I guess is what it is. It's literally what, like 2 to 3 stitches? This is like, it is integral and it makes my sewing life so much easier when we actually go to assemble these in a few minutes. But my God, does this step annoy me? No, I'm not going to spin every day. I would be cross training, so like once to twice a week. And again, once everything kind of eases up, like next week, even it'll be easier to go do that, and it would make sense to go do that too. And the other factor in this is that I did get a little bit bored with spin. But I think I'm ready to go back. We'll find out. Maybe I need to find some new teachers, but I really like the teachers that I go to, but I was bored with it. But that could have also been doldrums. It could have been the fact that I've been so goddamn sick this year. Who knows? There's like so many factors in this. But spin is good. I like spin. And then I need to find a yoga teacher I like again too. My favorite yoga teachers are like, both had kids, and it's like, oh, well, I know why you're not teaching, but I'm annoyed you're not teaching anymore. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? 5. Threads everywhere. Okay, these might not get smashed together before I have to leave. Maybe though. I am actually going to go have a nap very quickly before I go get the kiddos, so that I can do a little bit more work tonight. Oh no, never mind. We got it. We'll get there. Two more. Last one. Yay, we did it. Okay, so let's get, actually the next thing is to clip on all of the, all of these, because then, so that needs to be clipped on. This needs to be clipped out of the way, because otherwise it gets stitched down and then we have to seam rip, and that is not something we want to do today if we can avoid it. A big handful of clips, which are also trying to escape, and then we're going to match up there. All right, okay. La 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 la, brains. And the same here, in that we're going to roll this up and clip it out of the way, because then these just go together like this. And line up as best we can. Clip that there. I don't know why I keep reaching for the bin when there's clearly a pile of clips right here. Okay. Good. I'm going to also clip up here. We are not putting the webbing in until afterwards, because I do find it easier to sew this when the webbing is not already in the bag. There. All right. One is ready. this looks like it's probably black. Black. Good. Boom. Boom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Okay. Black and silver with the paw prints. This is what's going to be fun. There we go. It's right there. Awesome. All right. Flippy flip. Clippy clip. Coffee. Vanilla speckle is black gold. Okay. This guy. Both the coffees actually are, so just keep that in mind for the next one because it's next anyway. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, Polar Bear Cafe is white gold. Okay, actually. That's not what I was thinking it was in my brains, but that's okay. Okay. Clip it. Oh my god, okay, there's a whole pile right here. Use the pile that's beside you. It's so much easier. Hold that pocket up. And I'm going to throw a clip over here, and then I think we're good to go. Good enough anyway. Okay. Next coffee is that other plaid, which is right here. And it's also got a black gold. Good. This is what I mean about this actually being one of the fastest steps of this whole process. And then the snaps are some of the slowest. Worth it. My God. And yes, I know if I did these in smaller batches, then it would be easier too. But that's not how it goes. And that's okay. It's all good. Okay. But even if we just get these all clipped, then that is like a big step to towards being finished today. So then I'll pack up the white stitched small box bags because they are all top stitched, but they need zippers and they need twill in them. Blah blah blah. Wine. I know, I've totally done this to myself, don't worry. Okay. Good. Now that is white gold. This guy right here. And then this is a small batch. Yeah, okay. Compared to all the small box bag batches and the Kato batches we normally do and stuff, actually, I don't know if I've actually ever broken 35 for small box bags. I have not actually broken 35 or not small box bags. We definitely have for. What am I doing? Definitely have for small box bags. I have not. I meant for Kato. So it's like, because what we got, like, I think I finished 25 for this round. Yeah. I don't think I've ever broken 30 in a batch to like actually have finished. Retro Drinks is one of the iridescent ones. Good. As it should be. Okay, once I'm down to like 5 minutes for the lasagna, I am going to head out. Currently have 8 minutes, but I just want to get, like, I have to remove the film for the last of the baking. So this is basically what we're doing. I'm going to go in, me, myself, and I. These are all going to get clipped, and then tonight we will go in and sew them all. I'm taking small box bags with me to work on while the youngest plays on the playground during Girl Guides. And then we'll go from there. Really, that's it. We'll go from there. Shiba, Shiba. So thank you so much for everyone who joined. Again, if you're going to be in Vancouver this weekend, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I will be there. The market is open the 27th to 28th. There's a bunch of events for the whole weekend. It is their last year in the PNE Forum, so you should come join us. In my professional enabler opinion, come join. But obviously if you can't, well, I'm sorry. That sucks too. And then I will be back next week. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tonight or tomorrow. So if nothing else, I will be back next week and we will start a little bit gentler prep. Lies. For Fibre Shindig. Utter lies. Okay, white gold for the budgies. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this, like, always creative chaos. Thanks, Wendy. Okay. Let's wrap up this one and then yeah, I'll head out. Oh, sorry, but I will be live. I will be going live. 9 a.m. Mountain time, no, Pacific Daylight Time. Vancouver time on Sunday, and I'll be doing a live tour of the show floor of Knit City Vancouver. Now this will be a video that will be posted afterwards as well, but if you want to come join and ask any questions while I'm wandering the hall, that is the day. It will be Sunday and it'll be 9 a.m. because that's right when the show opens on Sunday, and in previous years that's when it's been the most quiet. So all right, I will chat with you all on Sunday, and if not, then I'll chat with you next week. Bye.